What's up, guys? Welcome back to GoHamDiscGolf. I'm Big John, and today I'm going to bring you guys a review of the Innova Gstar Daedalus. Alright, this is one of the newest drivers, max distance drivers from Innova. It's a speed 13 driver, which is outside of what I normally throw. I'm normally in that 9, 10, 11 speed range. So I had to get used to throwing those speed 13 drivers again, but I had a lot of fun throwing this guy. I'm going to tell you all about it. First, I want to talk about just what it feels like, just my first looks at it and my first impressions. And that goes along with feel too. But first off, that Gstar plastic, it feels really good. It's got plenty of give to it, and it's tacky. Well, maybe not tacky, but it's got a nice gummy grip to it. You can really feel really good in there when you hold on to it tightly. It's got, like I said, it's a speed 13 driver, so it's got that fat rim on it. It's, you know, it takes up a lot of your hand, it takes up a lot of finger, but it feels good when you can fit it in there for a power grip. The rim isn't too deep. You can really get all 4 of your fingers in there, or 3 if that's how you roll. But it does feel really good, and it releases really cleanly. But yeah, it feels really good, looks really cool. Nice cool stamp, Gstar, thumbs up from Big John. Alright, now you guys have been asking for it. You guys have been asking me to put up footage of the disc actually flying. So here you go. I got some footage today. I actually got caught in the rain for you guys, just so that you can see how it flies. So I'm sorry the conditions weren't great, but you can definitely see how the disc flies. So check this out while I talk about how it flew for me. It's an understable disc. You know, it's rated 13.6, -4.2. That -4 turn gives it a lot of turn where you can get some big S curves out of it. And you see that in the footage. Now, since it's so understable, this disc is not made for flying into the wind, guys. Don't throw them into the wind. It's going to turn over really hard. It'll turn into a roller, or it'll grab that wind and just glide off to the right for days. But on the flip side of things, it's a hyzer flip machine, guys. I was releasing this guy so far on a hyzer, like super hard on a hyzer, and it would pop up after about 100 feet and then just continue to ride that turn and go for it. And throwing that hyzer flip makes that turn not so noticeable. So you can almost get a nice tunnel shot S out of it. Now, since it is a speed 13 driver, it's really fast, or it needs to be thrown really fast to get what you need to do out of it for it to get its intended flight path. And I think I was getting it out there as fast as it needed to be. Like I said, I had to get used to throwing them again because, you know, I've been throwing Sidewinders and Valkyries and Inertias and Teslas, and they're slower than this guy. And, you know, I can get them out to 350, 375 easily, accurately. So my very first throw with the Daedalus, I threw it out there and I was measuring every throw, and I threw it at right about 395, 400. And I'm thinking, you know, I should be able to throw that a bit farther. But, you know, the more I threw it, the more I got back into throwing that, I started to get more and more distance. And the last couple shots that you saw were flirting with 450. I was getting some nice shots out of it. But then again, I'm not a speed 13 driver thrower. You guys know that. I don't feel confident in them. It's not where my skill level is. So if you're thinking about picking up a Daedalus, remember, guys, it's that fat-rimmed, very fast driver. You're going to need a lot of arm speed. You're going to need a lot of wrist action on this guy. You're going to need to put some beef and some bacon into this disc to make it work. All right, but if you can get it to work, it can be that understable spot in your bag that you're looking for that max distance. Now, the last thing that I want to say about this guy is that if you've got the arm speed for it, and it's the kind of disc that you're looking for, make sure that you've got, if you're going to be throwing it, that you've got room for this thing to do its work. It reminds me a lot of a Nuke SS or a Turn, a little bit longer than both and a little more understable than both. But when it gets into that S curve, if you throw it right, it's going to need a good 60 to 80 to 100 feet left to right to get that big S curve to do its work. If you're not hyzer flipping it. If you're releasing him flat, give him space because he's going to need it. This guy likes to just make that huge turn and then that huge fade. So since it does have a big turn at the end, you can expect that big fade too, guys. It's not going to just turn and then rest. It's going to turn and then it's going to fade. So expect that. You probably saw that in the footage of me throwing it out in the field. But that's my review for the Daedalus, guys. It's a good disc. I really like it. I love this Gstar plastic, but it's not a beginner-friendly disc. If you just started playing, or if you're not, you know, throwing up there with the pros, think real good and hard about if you need a disc like this, all right? If you don't have the arm speed, it's not going to do what it's supposed to do, and that doesn't just go for the Daedalus. That goes for every disc out there that's super fast, all right? Those fast discs need a lot of power, all right? Don't forget it. But if you like the Daedalus, you want to check one out, you want to pick one up, make sure you head over to infinitedisc.com. They have a great deal going on right now with us over at GoHamDiscGolf. Use the promo code or the discount code BigJohnJune and you can save 5% on any order, including shipping. There you go. All right. I will see you guys next time. Let me know what you thought about the review. Don't forget to go ham.